Hi, welcome to my Journey Through Knitting podcast. My name is Faith, and you can find me on Ravelry as Faith2 or on Instagram as F. Freeland. We do have a small Ravelry group, which is my Journey Through Knitting. If you'd like to come over and join, we'd love to have you. I'd like to start by saying I haven't podcasted in a little bit. Not just a little bit, but kind of like a lot of it, if that makes any sense. It's the end of the school year, was busy with my son, and then I just had knee surgery. So I'm only 3 days out of my knee surgery. So bear with me. So in June, there was what we had here up in New England was 91 Shop Hop 2016. I've never done this before, where you visit local yarn stores and you get a passport. I think passport was like $5 that you pay for the passport, and then you go to all these yarn stores and have them stamp the back of the book. So here was the Shop Hop, and it was from the 23rd to the 26th, and each yarn store made a pattern, and they did a calendar. So I will briefly show you the patterns, that they designed and they came out with, and then I'll show you a little stuff of what I bought from them, and a little bit of knitting and crocheted. So this one is called the Stained Glass Headband, and it represents the month of July. I don't want to hold it too close. It's pretty. And that's in Vermont. And that was at the Green Mountain Spinnery. This one is for the month of August, and it's called the Hot Pot, presented by Hand Knits. And they were located in the center of Vermont, which is a nice little store. This right here is for September, and it's called Coral Seas Linen, and it's by Sheep and Shawl. This one is Winded Hat, presented by Northampton Wools. Maybe if you could see the cable. Yeah, a little bit. And that's for the month of October. And then this one is the Webb's store in Northampton, which I didn't even know was up here. I didn't even have a clue. I've never ordered anything from this store. But we couldn't go into it because that particular day, 4500 lost power out there. So, but they were still going to stamp your card. You just couldn't go into the store, which kind of was a bummer because I would have really liked to see what they had in there. But they made what's called a Kaja cowl. Let's see if I hold it better there. So that was theirs. And then this was at Margie's Yarn Crafts. And this is so cool. It's little pouches, and it's done with beads and yarn. And one is crocheted and one is hand knit. And she had a beautiful yarn store. Beautiful. Something's falling out of it. My husband made me this book so I could keep all the months together. This one is by Sparks Avenue Poncho, and it was presented by Creative Fibers. It's nice. I don't know, maybe I would like it in maybe a black and white. That's more charcoal. I don't know, maybe it would come out prettier. This one is Garter Rib Cowl, presented by Village Wool. Oh, sorry. Let's see if you can see that. Pretty. And this one is the Zephyra shawl, presented by Country Yarns, and they are located in the Wallingford, Connecticut area. And this particular yarn store, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Like, you couldn't even imagine. Like, from the outside, it didn't look that good, but when you walked into it, it was, you were like shocked. But it was a really nice yarn store. And this one is our local yarn barn in New Haven, Connecticut. And she designed this, it's a rain scarf. And it's really pretty. I want to make this for my mother-in-law. And this one is Tipsy Cowl, and it's presented by Knit New Haven. My husband wants that cowl, so I bought him some yarn to go with it. And then this was the last shop, and this is Mobish Shrug, presented by the Yarn Basket, and they are located in Branford, Connecticut. So, just to let you a little bit know about, when I went to the Green Mountain Spinnery up in Vermont, I was blown away because they had like 1,800 machinery to do all the yarn through, and they gave you a tour, and they would tell you, like, you know, back in the 1800s, you know, the kids would have to come there and help their mother out or their father out, you know, running the machines. And I have some of the pictures I'll show on another podcast. I have to get them developed. But it was just so interesting to see how that, I was like in awe. I loved it. So these are some of her yarns. And the organic, it's a 2-ply or 100% certified organic wool, and it comes in like a white, and then she has some gray too as well. She has anywhere from sport weight to DK weight to worsted weight. And I'll show you, I bought a white skein and I dyed it up. It's got some orange and yellows in it. So I really was really impressed with this yarn store. It was really, really cool. So that's by the Green Mountain Mountaineering Spinnery. So some of the things that I've been working on are some stuff for my niece. She's due. And here there. If you remember, or if you're just joining, but my January goals was to really try to make a pair of socks, because I see everybody's and they're just absolutely gorgeous. And at first I was like, well, why would you make socks when you could easily buy them? You know, that's what I thought at first. And now I can understand why you would take the time to do them, because they're really nice. So here's my first completed pair of socks. And this yarn comes from Knit Crate, and it's Knitology. I think that's the name of it. Knitology, yeah. And they give you a pattern, but the pattern also is on Ravelry as a free pattern, and it's the Rose City Rollers. But they're not perfect by any means, but for me they're perfect because I completed them. So I was really, really happy that I ended up completing them, and I'm thrilled. Oh, and they gave you a little Kitchener, it's like a necklace, and like how to do it. It's like a dog tag, sitting on a dog tag. I don't know what I did with it, but really, really super nice. So I completed those. Then I've been working on a shawl, and I'm using the Hue logo on her Glitz Base Starburst. I bought back in January, And this shawl is called Eye Blink. Ah, come on. Why is it going on? Here it is. That's a little weird. Every time you need something, it always does this to you. I don't know why, but my internet must be slow. Here it is. So you need 274 stitches on the needle, and I have approximately 247. And then you can start that lace panel. So I think I should have enough yarn because I have a whole nother skein and I'm still with this much. But and these are on my Dreams Wooden Interchangeable set. I don't know if you can see that. So that's what I've been working on. That's one of the things. Then I had casted on a pair of socks for my husband. And this is done in the Wonderland Yarns. Down the Rabbit Hole it's called. And I had put all the different colors of the yarn. So on the second sock I messed up. So I'm hoping I have enough to complete the second one on that. And then I ended up starting him a pair on the Regia. This is what it looks like. And I got him just on the heel flap. And I have about 11 more rows to do on the heel flap. So that was the other one. Then here is I bought this from the Country Basket. So I have 2 balls of this and it's called Forever. And it's made over in Italy. And it just has a lot number. 67. That's what it says. So I had started another pair of socks. The Rose City Rollers on the ankles. Ankle socks. And these are my highs on 2.75. Here. And it is being housed in my mermaid bag made by Selma123 from Canada. And I think her Etsy shop is Little Creek. I love the bag. Okay, so that's that one. And then my niece wanted me to make her jellyfish. So I crocheted this. And it's at a Hobby Lobby. I love your yarn. And it has little animal eyes on it. And this would really be a cute little project if somebody wanted to do it like in red, black, and white and get like, you know how like you buy the mobiles like secondhand store and make like your own little mobile. It would be a cute idea. So then she wanted a mermaid blanket for her. So I found, it's called the Mystic Mermaid Cocoon. And I've just got to sew up the bottom. And the top is, where the ruffle is Karen Party, because it has a sparkle in it. And the bottom is Bernat yarn. And then I made a little headband for her. And I'm sure she's only going to use it, like take little pictures in it. But she wanted that, so I made that. Made sure I got that done. And then I've been sewing. So I made a couple bags. Oh, there we go. So the inside is yellow. The material is by Adorn It. You can find them on YouTube channels. I bought it actually at Barnes and Nobles, and I just like the way it came out. So I made 2 of them, and this one I'm going to be giving away with this skein of yarn. I've also been dyeing up yarn, so I'm going to have this bag with this yarn as a giveaway. And the only thing you would need to answer is tell me what would you make with this skein of yarn. And I'll open a thread in our group, or you can tell me on YouTube channel as well, and I'll still count you. So that's another thing I've been working on. And then I dyed up these 2. Q Logo sells her butt naked yarn, and they're all in a DK weight, finger and DK weight worsted. So I bought these back in January. Yeah, back in January when I bought that Starburst color. And I didn't want to touch them until I was afraid I would mess them up. So I made this one. I like the way this came out. It's got a lot of colors in there. And this one I just made dark. A little light. But so I was trying to dye up some yarn. So then some of this stuff that I purchased, this was from Knit New Haven, and I don't have the name on it, and I don't know why there isn't a name, unless it was somebody that spun it and they didn't put a name tag on it. I'm not sure, but this is going to be for a cowl for my husband. Then from the Yarn Barn, I bought this Baracco linen, and it has linen, nylon, and cotton. So to make the scarf for my mother-in-law that I showed you in the calendar. And this is Claudia's hand-painted yarn. It's 100% extra fine merino wool. So you get 175 yards, approximately 50 grams. So this is going to be for the bottom of the socks, and this is going to be for the cuffs of the sock. And it's like a 2-year-old pattern, but she had it and she gave me the pattern. So this sock is also the Forever yarn, and this is from the Brantford shop, the Yarn Basket. And this just has a color lot of 48, it says. So I had gotten 2 of those. Then the hand knits in Vermont, and they were located in the center of Vermont. I got Plymouth Yarn Homestead, 100% wool. And I don't know, like I wanted a little bit thicker yarn too, and I thought maybe either some fingerless mitts or some hat to go with this. That's the purpose of buying that one. And then from Marjay's Yarn Shop, and this is out of Glastonbury. This is a gradient set my husband wanted to make these handmade fingerless mitts. So I got that. Then I got, oh, where'd they go? picture down here. These are these stitch markers, and they're glass. They got like little beaded, beveled edges on them. So I thought those were really pretty. And then I saw this, and I thought this was really cute. And it's teeny tiny little clothing ornaments. And I thought that would be cute because you could always pick up a little tree and put these on the little tree and light them up, you know, like have a little strand of lights. And so that's, she had a beautiful yarn store, beautiful, really nice. So that's from her shop. Sorry for the crinkling. This right here is Eagle Lake Fibers, and it's hand-dyed wool bat for spinning and felting. And I just love the colors. So rich for fall. Absolutely beautiful. So I want to be spinning. Then the Zephyr shawl that I want to make. I got this in Wallingford, Connecticut. Then we got this right here. Village Wool. And these were, the beads are already on them. I've never done them with beads, but there's, you know, I can add to that to make it a little longer. And then the other pattern from Marjay's was those little pouches. And how cute would that be? You could put a gift card in there and give it to someone as a little gift, you know? Make up little patches. Pouches, I mean, patches. So I got those. Then this part I thought was really funny. It says, my fiber therapist says, it's an advanced case of second sock syndrome. I say, who the heck needs two socks anyways? I thought that was cute. That was from that store. And like, you didn't really have to buy from every store. You really didn't. But this one we got in Northampton, not at Webb's. It was a mile up from Webb's. And she held her shop. If you were paying cash, you could still purchase because they lost the power out there. So I like that. And then if you donated any money to their cause, you got a little sheep. And from Sheep and Shawl, you got a little ruler. That was that. Then, from my knit crate, this is July's. This is the Butternut Squash by Knitology. Really soft. These are the socks. And you got a little row counter, and it's LTD, and some tea, peppermint. So that was for this month. And then for last month, you got 2 of these Noros. I see this yarn everywhere. Now that I went to all these yarn stores, I really never really, but there's for socks. And they give you the pattern. I guess to make a little treat. You have a cup like that. And these little stitch markers. They're like a little light bulb. That's what they remind me. See? Weird. I never see anything like that. But, so basically, that's the extent of what I've been up to. And I don't, like I mentioned a few minutes ago when I started it, I don't know if I did or not, but I did just have surgery on Tuesday, and I'm like 3 days after knee surgery. So they had to put cement into my knee, the joint, because it was fractured. And then I had a tear in the meniscus in the front of the knee, so we had to fix that. And now just waiting to get healed. And maybe it won't take as long as the one like last time I had. Took a long time to use it, but hopefully this time it'll be better. So, I hope you all are having a nice summer, and I hope you are doing a lot of knitting or crocheting or crafting, whatever you like to do. I hope you're enjoying it. And I want to get this uploaded since it's been only 2 months since I made one. And really, that's the only thing new going on. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. And don't forget to enter the giveaway. Oh, yeah, I showed the giveaway. Yeah, I did. And join our group. And leave a comment. What would you use the yarn for? And August 1st, I'll be picking the winner using random number generator. So I hope you all have a nice summer, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.